ladies, welcome to our YouTube hop, handmade flowers across the world. This is Diane with Shabby Sparkly Crafts, and I am here to demonstrate making the melted candle. Not sure exactly what they're called, but they make really pretty flowers. So this is what we're trying to achieve, is this look here, where you have the satin that is candle burned around the edges, and then you put those together and it makes a real pretty shabby flower. Here's another one, and then little doily pieces are tucked and poked in there to elevate it a little bit. Here's another one with some sparkly trim, little bling in the middle. And then this is some printed satin that made just a really pretty flower, just all on its own, with a little bling in the center. So that's the look we're going for today. I picked out 2 different satins. This one is just a real thin pink satin, and the thinner it is, the quicker the edges will melt, and the thicker the satin, the longer it takes, and you have to be a little more patient. And then I have this blue. I don't think this is a satin. It's got a real shiny shimmer to it. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a real light, it's not a chiffon, but anyway, this is a great fabric too, because it is the thinner ply that allows to burn the edges a lot easier. So I've pre-cut all of these so you don't have to watch that, but what I did, I just grabbed 3 different circles in my craft room. So I use this for the small, medium, large. There is no science to this. The size of the circle is determined by the size of the flower you want to make. And my flowers, as you can see, are usually just this littler size, but you can go larger too and have multiple layers or just a few layers. If I only have a few that I've burned, I'll just use additional pieces to build it up. And if I have a lot of petals, then I put less in it. So anyway, let's get started. I usually have 2 candles burning because inevitably one will start to lose its heat, and I'll switch to the other. And then when that one starts to lose its heat, then I'll go back. We'll see if I cannot burn myself. Let me set this one off to the side so it's not near my hand. And you just take the edges and put them near the flame but not on it, and you just turn it very quickly so that you're not burning your edges. And as soon as they start to pucker, you just move along. If that part of the satin gets hot, you switch to the other side, and you just keep moving it. If you lose your heat, just kind of move it around. So I have Nicola here with me. She was helping me get started. She's my YouTube.
Hello.
Yeah, she says hi, everybody. She's my YouTube coach. She insists that I have a YouTube channel. You know, we do lives in our Facebook group, Shabby Journals, Crafts, and More. And we have so much fun. So I think we're gonna do some lives on Facebook soon too. That'll be fun. So all the ladies that are part of this hop, Nicola, who is one, and a whole bunch of other ladies, what is there, about a dozen ladies? They'll all be listed in the description below so that you can hop on over to their channel and watch their flower video. It's just not everybody's making the same type of flower. It's all different shabby flowers. And we have some talented crafters. I'm the newbie of the group, so they graciously let me in. All right, so that's a pretty good pucker. So I got a little hole there. All right, so that's all of them. Let me go through and see if there's any edges that need to have a little bit more pucker, because maybe my candle wasn't as warm. I like them to be super puckered. Now, this is not a brand new idea. It is not my idea. I've watched in our group that I mentioned previously, Shabby Journals, Crafts, and More, Nicola had a tutorial at the top. She has different tutorials, flower making tutorials. So that's where I first watched do it. And she does the more, just the edges and then builds her flower up that way. And then I watched somebody else. Who was it? I watched 2 different people do this. One of them I think was Marie. She did one where she added stuff in between the flower. I don't know, the other one may have been Jenifer, but anyway, yeah. So it's just fun to pass on something you learned that you enjoy doing for the next person to see too. So here's all the little petals, and we're going to go through now and size them up and match up to make a flower. And I have some bridal trim over here that I've been just have a few pieces already pre-cut, and then just a piece, you know, of bridal trim. I also like to use little doilies, so I'm just going to put a blob right there and put that one on, and then just kind of try it before, you know, it gets hot to make sure it's variated so that you have petals showing on all sides, and then put one more blob. I'm not gluing the whole thing down because I want these edges open to tuck little pieces of bridal trim and doily and such. So there you have your flower. Only 3 petals. You don't need a ton of petals unless you wanted to build it up more, but we're going to build it up instead of using more satin by sticking little tiny snippets in here. This is a good snippet buster. So you can just grab your little snippet container and put them in. Okay, so for example, I have this little snippet, and I'm just going to put it in here somehow so that it shows these flowers, and they're, see how they're poking out. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on the snippet and then position it where I want it to show. So it's still showing that satin edge there, and then it's showing these little things, and little pearls are showing. So I think that's real pretty. So I'm going to take a larger snippet and tuck it here and see if it's going out too far, and just kind of move it around till you find the way you like it. So I like that. So that to me is looking very pretty. We need a center, and I'm not sure if I will use a doily as an anchor or if I will put the bling right on the satin. So that's what I play with when I'm looking for my centerpiece. This is an antique-y type style, which I think looks really pretty with this type of bridal applique. Let's see what else. Now see, something like this would get lost, so I would take a little doily, just a little tiny sampler, little tiny one. That might even be too big. Nope, it's perfect. And by putting that there, it kind of anchors the flower into the center. I really like that, but I'm going to keep showing you different samples. You know immediately when you put it on if it looks good or not. But this is part of the fun, is just, you know, trying different things. This is another one that's really pretty. Oopsie. I think I need to get that off. I don't need it anymore. That's really pretty too, but you know what? I like this one the best out of those 2 styles. We're gonna go with this one. We sure are. So put some glue on the doily. I don't want to put it all over the doily because I still want movement. So put that in the center. And then I will put my big glob of glue, a really generous portion for this, but not so much that it's going to squeeze out around it, just enough to get it secured in the center. And there we go. There's our first one. I just think it really gives it like an elegant look with all this additional poking through. And you literally can just use your snippets, as you can see. So this is great for snippets. Lay everything out. So these are some I've made before. Put those out. This is our new one. And let's go for a blue one this time. Oh, I forgot to try one of those, see what it looks like. We'll do it with the next pink one. Okay, so lay your layers out and, you know, just match them up. You want the shiny side up. And so this looks like it might be a better match because it's maybe this one and then that one. Yeah, I think that'll be good. So let's try these layers. See how you just kind of like move them around and see what looks the best with it. So these three are variated, whatever. You know what I'm saying. So let's try some of this trim this time. Okay, how about something like this? That looks pretty. Let's glue that in. Okay. So the idea is to just keep going around and accenting the petals, not covering them up. Let's do another one. Oops. Yeah, really good too. This is really pretty, this blue. I don't have a ton of this, and I've only made one other flower like this. It's just a really pretty color. It's like such a baby blue. It's so pretty. Okay, let's complement this. And we might have to do a smaller piece. I'm going to put the link to our group in the description if you guys are members of any Facebook groups. It's such a fun group. We do a live like once every 2 weeks and just do a craft and chat and have fun with the ladies. So if you're just looking for some community, crafting community, it's super supportive. It's Shabby Crafts. You have to answer the questions when you join that you're a Shabby Crafter, because we definitely love our lace. It's just a beautiful group. Nicola runs it, and she is a beautiful crafter. Oh yeah, see how pretty that is? The petals were just the right size to put this underneath it. Ooh, I'm gonna use this in my blue journal I'm gonna be working on here as soon as I finish my other one. I'm gonna record some of that, decorating it. You know, the decorating is the fun part. Is that too big? Ooh, not sure. I want something really fancy because this journal is a real fancy journal. I think I'm gonna have to go with that one. I want it to be super sparkly. Ooh, does that blue look good? No, it's not the right blue. No, how about this one? That one might be more the right size, but I feel like I just need the big shebang. Yep, I can hear you guys all voting for this one, so that's what I'm going for. Let me see if I need an anchor, a doily anchor or not. I think it's really pretty all on its own already. Nope, too much. Let me try one more style real quick. Someone told me this is auditioning things, so that's what I'm doing. I'm holding an audition. I need something white because I'm going with that blue and white theme. Oh, this is pretty. Is that delicate enough that I can do it? Oh gosh, now I don't know. You know, to me, more is more, so I'm always a more girl. Are you guys like that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for it. What the heck? Okay, let's put that in there. doesn't get lost too much in there. Oh, that'll be perfect because this is actually a button. I was gonna have to cut this off, but I think that will help it. This is gonna just glue right down there and be perfect. Oh, I knew I'd love this blue. Look how pretty that is. Love that pale satin. I mean, you wouldn't think from this you'd get this, but it's super pretty. Okay, so we're back. I hope you enjoyed the process. We've made several flowers. This one, I didn't anchor it to this yet because I'm not sure how it will look in the journal. I'll hold them up so you can see each one. So just using lace and trims and bits. Just use your scissors to chop things up and tuck, tuck, tuck. And you get a whole variety. So, I mean, each of these flowers is different. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video and the process, and you'll try these out. And if you check the description, you will see a whole list of ladies in the hop. So hop on over to the next one and have a good time.